All right, so once you have your basic beat done, um, the next step is let's add some guitar. This could be other instruments too, but today I'm going to be working in guitar. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and click on the upper left, the kind of, I'm going to call it the hamburger. Next to the arrow, there, the down arrow, there's the three lines kind of broken apart. If you click on the hamburger, it turns into a drum, and then we go to the track screen. Now on the bottom left, you should have a plus sign. Go ahead and click the plus sign, and now I can choose another instrument to add. So I'm going to go to my guitar, and I'm going to add a smart guitar. I could add notes if you wanted to, but smart guitar is a pretty easy way to go. So if you want to try, if you're comfortable and you know what you're doing, go for it. But this is kind of the easy way to do it. So in this screen, I now have a guitar. So that's a C chord, an F chord, a G chord, and a C chord. So we're going to play what's called a three chord song, okay? And so I'm going to play, right now I have an acoustic guitar. I'm going to change that. So instead of acoustic guitar, I want to have a different, let's see if I can do that. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and add another track. It'll be fine if I have extras. So instead of smart guitar, I'm going to choose more sounds. All right, and I'm going to choose the hard rock. Okay. That's pretty loud. All right. So when you're playing songs, there's all these different chords, which are great. But for our 8-measure song, we're just going to use 3 chords. Okay, C, F, G, and then we're going to go back to C. Okay, and so you can practice by playing your drum beat. I'm going to go back, start at the beginning. Oh, there we go. So that is lasting a long time, the sound. So if you want to stop it, there's probably easier ways to do it. But all right, so I want to go and do something called autoplay. So in the right-hand corner on my phone, I have this kind of, looks like a dial with the dots around it. It's next to the gear. I'm going to click on that. And the autoplay, I'm going to go ahead and click on 4. You can experiment with the different sounds, what they sound like. So 4. All right, what does 3 sound like? 2. And 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and click 4, and you're welcome to play around with it and choose the one you want. But now that I have that, when I play my song, it's gonna include some rhythm. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and record this. I am going to. Well, I'm gonna practice first. Let's see how many measures I want. I want to think about when I want to change my chords, and I want to start with C. I'm going to go for a couple measures, and then when I get to measure 3, I'm going to change. It might be measure 4. Let's see what it sounds like. So, all right. So let's start a little bit more in time. 1, 2, ready, go. let's try one more time. All right, so I think I'm going to start the guitar first, and I'll start playing. 1. All right. When you actually record, it gives you a countdown, and it doesn't right now. So I'm gonna go to measure 8 and give myself a little countdown here, so I can do this easier. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 2. Now I go to F. 1, 2, 3, and C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and G. F. All right, that's kind of cool. All right, so my plan is I'm going to do the first 2 measures C, and at measure 3 I'm going to go to F, and I'm going to go F for 2 measures, 3 and 4. Then at 5 I'm going to go back to C. Okay. At 7 I'm going to go to G, and at 8 I'm going to go back to F, and then it will go back to C when I get to it'll automatically go back to C because it'll start over. Okay, so let's try that. I'll try recording. Going back, and 1, 2, ready, go. Go to F. Going back to C. G. And F. And C. All right, so we have that basic, that's called a chord progression. Going C, F, G, F, C. Okay, that's a real common chord progression that's used in lots of pop songs. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add a bass line. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my tracks, and notice that the guitar is in there now. And so I'm going to hit plus. And I'm going to go find the bass, and I'm going to do, let's do more sounds, and I'm going to do picked bass. Let's try that and see what that's like. All right, and then again in the top right, I'm going to click that autoplay, and I'm going to go ahead and click 4. Okay, and let's hear what this sounds like. Cool, let's see what 3 sounds like. And 2. Ooh, I like that. All right, I'm gonna go with 2 for this one. So, and I'm just gonna go for a recording. Now, when I play the chords, I want to play the same chords that I played with my guitar so that they match up. Okay, in rock and pop, musicians they follow the chords. And so that chord progression is kind of what we're going to do. And we want to do the same chord progression. So if we remember, we did 2 bars of C, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of C, and then we went to G, F, and then that was it. So let's try that. So now I've got my song. I've recorded drums, I've recorded guitar, and I've recorded my bass. You could add more. You could add a melody line with a guitar if you wanted to. So let's do that. Let's do some melody. All right. So down here, I'm gonna go add another guitar. More sounds. Well, what if we did a piano? Let's try a piano. Get something different in here. So I'm going to do more sounds, and I'm going to do classic rock organ. Okay. Now, here, the there's all these different notes, so I have to be a little more careful with what I want to do. So I'm going to song settings, and that's not what I want. Here, click on those notes. That's what I want. Okay, so I clicked on those notes, and I am going to do major pentatonic, okay? Major pentatonic. If you do this, this is pretty much any note you're going to play is going to sound good. Okay, so let's just try it out and see what it sounds like. So that became kind of fun. You could record that if you want to, or you could just like have the songs going in the background and have some fun playing melody to your own group. So you could try different instruments. Try it with guitar. So give it a shot. We'll go ahead and do one with guitar and see what that would sound like. So I'm going to add on here a guitar. You could try strings too. So guitar, more sounds. This time I'm going to do roots rock. Yeah, let's try roots rock and see what that sounds like. And here I again want to go to the song settings, and I'm going to slide down to where it says, well, I guess that's not where, sorry. I keep on doing that, but that's somewhere it lets us play with that. There we go. Okay, so there we go. The lines on the right, the blue lines right now, if I click those, it gets me to the guitar. And now I have all the notes on there. If I have all the notes, it's going to be really hard to play the right notes. So I want to click on scale, and then I want to click major pentatonic. All right, now it's going to limit me. Basically, it limits the notes to the ones that are going to sound good. And major pentatonic is classic, and it should work well with our song. So let's give it a shot. So that's some fun you can have with GarageBand, and I hope you enjoy it and record and share what you find. And we'd love to hear what you can do. Have fun.